In this presentation, we're going to take a look at a new type of adjective we want to become familiar with, and that's demonstrative adjectives. We're also going to review some of the types of adjectives that we already know. Well, we know that adjectives, all adjectives, give us additional information about nouns and pronouns. For instance, we could say she wears a blouse, and that gives us a certain amount of information. But if we add some descriptive adjectives, it tells us much more about that blouse and gives us a better picture. So not just she wears a blouse, but she wears a beautiful red blouse. So again, descriptive adjectives tell us something about the quality of a noun or pronoun. The red blouse is one example, and there are others. For instance, here is a blue shirt. Blue is a descriptive adjective. A happy face. A sad baby. A beautiful girl. Or a sleepy puppy. All of these words, blue, happy, sad, beautiful, and sleepy, tell us more about the noun that they modify. And we've also looked at possessive adjectives. These are the adjectives that express ownership. So not just book, but my book. Not just football, their football, car, our car, and so forth. That brings us to a new kind I want to discuss, and that is demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives tell us whether an object is near or far from the speaker. And the good news is that there are only 4 you have to remember. In the singular, we have this for objects that are close to us. For example, this desk, this calendar, this book, and that for objects that are far away. Can you go over to the table and get that book? Referring to something that is relatively far from us. And I use the word relatively to mean there's no absolutes. There's no saying, well, if the object is 1 foot from you, it's that instead of this. No, it depends on circumstances. And sometimes either word will work well. But just for your general knowledge, this means things that are close to us, and that is used for things that are relatively distant from us. In the plural, we use these for the close items and those for the far items. So let's look at some examples. Here's a girl. She's holding a dog. She says, I am holding this dog. Obviously, the dog is very close to her, so it is this dog. Here's a man with the dog. Now, the dog's a bit of a ways from him, and he is calling the dog. He is calling that dog, and we use that because the dog is a little bit farther away from him. Here's another one. If we look down in the lower left-hand corner, we see a librarian taking care of a large group of books right in front of her, and she says, these books are mine. And up in the upper right-hand corner, we see a man who says, yes, those books are yours. And he's a distance away, so he refers to them as that books, those books rather. So to summarize, demonstrative adjectives tell us whether one or more people, places, or things are near or far from the speaker. And there are only 4. This is singular, and it refers to the person or place or thing that is near the speaker, while that is singular and refers to a person, place, or thing that is far from the speaker. And the counterparts in the plural are these for more than one thing that are close to the speaker, and those for things that are far from the speaker.